I knew from the beginning that I wanted to do something reflecting changes in the recording of information, as this could be educational in both my field of library science and for history studies. As I have only worked with pre-purchased objects in Second Life in the past, I did not want to pressure myself to have to build large objects, and instead chose to have my building purchased while working on the smaller exhibits inside. Though it turned out that the lot had more green space than originally imagined, and so I did practice some basic building skills, making columns and walkway flats to better integrate it into the terrain. In addition to the building and scripting classes offered by Builders Brewery as part of the challenge, I found two other organizations that taught needed skills. Through these, I learned a lot more about prim twisting and also about textures. The texturing on the pots and walkways I actually sourced myself, for example. For the textures of various historical sources, those came from Pixabay. The display of the computer, which is actually the book turned on its side without the leaf included, I created in Photoshop. The key exhibit items are meant to be reflective of communications evolutions in different parts of the world internationally to coming together globally today, mainly using the online version of Britannica as a resource. The presentation outside the building ties into one of the fundamental core classes at San Jose State University, which I also feel applies to virtual worlds, and in this aspect tied it into the studies that take place at our school. I also challenged myself by placing a greeter outside that detects when someone arrives and if they've been at the exhibit within the last day. While the basic script came as a sample from the book Scripting Your World, I figured out how to make basic modifications on my own. I wish I had time to incorporate more complex and original scripts, but it is hard when you're working alone. I strove for authenticity and accuracy by citing sources and using Pixabay photos of items wherever possible, such as the hieroglyphics and cuneiform. I wanted to reflect a balance of Eastern and Western influences in the exhibits to work against bias as much as historical accuracy allowed. I challenged myself regarding accessibility to cover the middle stairs of the building with a ramp and also replace one of the two sets of stairs going upstairs by laying a ramp over it, since I didn't have the ability to modify the building. Plus, I made sure to use overall neutral colors and an absence of red or green for the colorblind. Further accessibility comes through my immersive element of providing note cards and audio for each exhibit, as well as having the greeter. I believe the overall purpose and message of the content is clear, but that will be for the user to judge. Thank you.